Now there is one more problem here, that is find the value of tan inverse root 3 minus secant inverse minus 2. Tan inverse of root 3 is equals to tan pi by 3 minus secant inverse of minus 2 is equal to secant 2 pi by 3 na? Why? Because let us take cos 2 pi by 3 value. You know cos 2 pi by 3 is equal to minus 1 by 2. While taking the reciprocal, secant 2 pi by 3 is equal to minus 2. So minus 2 is equal to, minus 2 can be replaced by secant of 2 pi by 3. Right now, tan inverse of tan theta is equal to theta pi by 3, because pi by 3 belongs to in its principal domain, minus secant inverse of secant theta is equal to theta when again theta belongs to its principal domain 0 to pi. So here 2 pi by 3 is also belongs to in its principal domain 0 to 2 pi, 0 to pi. Therefore, secant inverse of secant theta is equal to theta. Of course, it is equals to 2 pi by 3. Now this is pi by 3 minus 2 pi by 3 is equal to minus pi by 3. Therefore, the value of this one is equals to minus pi by 3. Now let us we know the properties of inverse trigonometric functions. There are some different kind of properties in this chapter. So what are they? Now here I have written two properties. The first one is sin inverse 1 by x is equal to cosecant inverse x when x greater than or equal to 1 or x less than or equal to minus 1. Cos inverse 1 by x is equal to secant inverse x when x greater than or equal to 1 or x less than or equal to minus 1. Tan inverse of 1 by x is equals to cot inverse x when x greater than 0. Now, first of all, let us we prove this first property. Here, the first one is sin inverse of 1 by x is equal to cosecant inverse x. Now, let us take sin inverse of 1 by x is equal to some y. Let us consider the sin inverse of 1 by x is equal to some y. Now, this implies 1 by x is equal to sin y. 1 by x is equal to sin y. While taking reciprocal, x is equal to cosecant y. Therefore, cosecant y is equals to x. Hence, y is equal to cosecant inverse of x. Y is equal to cosecant inverse of x. Since here, see, when x value between x is greater than or equal to 1 or less than or equal to minus 1, then 1 by x belongs to minus 1 to 1. When x value between not in the interval minus 1 to 1, then 1 by x always lies in that interval minus 1 to 1, so that sin inverse property exists. So according to the inverse function definition, so sin inverse of 1 by x is equal to y means 1 by x is equal to sin y. Therefore, x is equal to cosecant y, and cosecant y is equal to x means y is equal to cosecant inverse x. For every x greater than or equal to 1 or less than or equal to minus 1. Now, what is y here? Y is equal to sin inverse of 1 by x. Therefore, sin inverse of 1 by x is equal to cosecant inverse of x for every x greater than or equal to 1 or less than or equal to minus 1. In the same way, we can prove cos inverse 1 by x is equal to secant inverse x by taking cos inverse of 1 by x is equal to some y. Then 1 by x is equal to cos y. While taking reciprocals, x is equal to secant y. Secant y is equal to x. Therefore, y is equal to secant inverse x. So, finally, cos inverse 1 by x is equal to secant inverse x for every x greater than or equal to 1 or x less than or equal to 1. In the same way, the third statement, tan inverse of 1 by x is equal to cot inverse x when x greater than 0 can be proved in the same way. So consider tan inverse 1 by x is equal to some y, 1 by x is equal to tan y, x is equal to, while taking reciprocal, cot y is equal to x, y is equal to cot inverse x, therefore, but y is nothing but tan inverse of 1 by x is equal to cot inverse x. So, the three statements can be proved in the similar way. Now, this is the first property of inverse trigonometry. Next one, there is another property here, second one. See, sin inverse of minus x is equal to minus sin inverse x for every x belongs minus 1 to 1. And tan inverse of minus x is equal to minus tan inverse x for every x belongs to R. Cosecant inverse of minus x is equal to minus cosecant inverse x for every mod x greater than or equal to 1. Mod x greater than or equal to 1 means it implies x less than or equal to minus 1 or x greater than or equal to 1. Okay, right. Now, let us prove the first one. Let us take sin inverse of minus x is equal to some y. Let us consider LHS, sin inverse of minus x is equal to some y. Now, by the definition of inverse function, minus x is equal to sin y implies multiplying by minus on both sides, x is equal to minus sin y. That implies, now minus sin y is nothing but sin of minus y. We know in trigonometry sin of minus theta is equal to minus sin theta. So, by that property we can make it into sin of minus y. Now, x is equal to sin of minus y implies sin inverse x is equal to minus y. Therefore, minus y is equal to sin inverse x, minus y is equal to sin inverse x, multiplying by minus on both sides, y is equal to minus sin inverse x. But what is y? We have considered sin inverse of minus x is equal to y. So that replace y by sin inverse of minus x. Sin inverse of minus x is equal to minus sin inverse x. You know, the first statement sin inverse of minus x is equal to minus sin inverse x. Similarly, we can prove two statements also. Assuming tan inverse of minus x is equal to some y and cosecant inverse of minus x is equal to some y, and just like as this statement, just like as this proof, we can derive the other two proofs also. Next, we have two more properties on the board. Third one is cos inverse of minus x is equal to pi minus cos inverse x when x belongs minus 1 to 1. Secant inverse of minus x is equals to pi minus secant inverse x when mod x greater than or equal to 1. It is nothing but x is either less than or equal to minus 1 or greater than or equal to 1. Cot inverse of minus x is equals to pi minus cot inverse x for all x belongs to R. Proof. The first one. Cos inverse of minus x is equal to some y. Consider cos inverse of minus x is equal to some y. So, therefore, it is equals to minus x is equals to cos y. Now, multiplying by minus on both sides, x is equal to minus cos y. You know, minus cos y is equals to cos of pi minus y. Cos 180 minus theta or cos pi minus theta is equal to minus cos theta. In the same way, minus cos y is equal to cos pi minus y, and pi minus y is completely in the interval 0 to pi. That means it is in its principal domain. Hence, we can write it as cos inverse of x is equal to pi minus y. Therefore, y is equal to pi minus cos inverse x. But what is y? Y is equal to cos inverse of minus x. So, finally, cos inverse of minus x is equal to pi minus cos inverse x. for every x belongs minus 1 to 1. Similarly, secant inverse of minus x is pi minus secant inverse x. Cot inverse of minus x is pi minus cot inverse x, can be proved like this. So you see, why sin inverse of minus x is equals to minus sin inverse x, and cos inverse of minus x is equals to pi minus cos inverse x. What is the difference between these two? You know, sin inverse of minus x is equal to minus sin inverse x, because here the principal domain of x is minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. But whereas cos inverse of minus x is equal to pi minus cos inverse x when the principal domain of cos is 0 to pi. So that is the difference between them. So not only for this one, in case of tan inverse of minus x is equal to minus tan inverse x, cosecant inverse of minus x is equal to minus cosecant inverse x. In the three cases, the principal domains are defined from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. But whereas in this property, cos inverse, secant inverse and cot inverse are equals to pi minus something. Since cos inverse, secant inverse and cot inverse are having the principal values from 0 to pi, so that we get the properties like pi minus cos inverse x, pi minus secant inverse, pi minus cot inverse x form. Next, second one. See, if the fourth one is sin inverse x plus cos inverse x is equal to pi by 2 for every x belongs minus 1 to 1. Tan inverse x plus cot inverse x is equal to pi by 2 for every x belongs to R. Cosecant inverse x is plus secant inverse x is equals to pi by 2 mod x greater than or equal to 1. Now, let us prove first one. Sin inverse x. Now, let us take sin inverse x is equal to some y. Let us consider sin inverse x is equal to some y. Therefore, x is equal to sin y. But you know, sin y is equals to cos of pi by 2 minus y. Sin theta is equal to cos pi by 2 minus theta. So that sin y is equal to cos pi by 2 minus y, and this leads that cos inverse x is equals to pi by 2 minus y. Therefore, now move this minus y to left side, y is equal to pi by 2 minus cos inverse x, or y is equal to what? Sin inverse x, substitute there, sin inverse x is equal to pi by 2 minus cos inverse x, and moving this minus cos inverse x to left side. So finally we get sin inverse x plus cos inverse x is equals to pi by 2 for every x belongs minus 1 to 1. Now sin inverse x plus cos inverse x is equal to pi by 2. Similarly, we can prove the other two cases. Tan inverse x plus cot inverse x is equal to pi by 2. Cosecant inverse x plus secant inverse x is equal to pi by 2. So for this case, consider tan inverse x is equal to y, x is equal to tan y, but tan y is equal to cot of pi by 2 minus y, like that. And cot inverse y is equal to pi by 2 minus y, where y is equal to tan inverse x, and substitute and get that second property. And similarly, consider cosecant inverse x is equal to some y, x is equal to cosecant y, but cosecant y is equals to secant pi by 2 minus y. Again, secant inverse x is equal to pi by 2 minus y, but where y is equal to cosecant inverse x. And from that result, at last we can get this property cosecant inverse x plus secant inverse x is equal to pi by 2 for every mod x greater than or equal to 1. Now we have the fifth property, that is tan inverse x plus tan inverse y is equal to tan inverse of x plus y by 1 minus xy when xy less than 1. Tan inverse x minus tan inverse y is equal to tan inverse of x minus y by 1 plus xy when xy greater than minus 1. 2 tan inverse x is equals to tan inverse of 2x by 1 minus x square when mod x less than or equal to 1. Now let us prove the first one. To prove tan inverse x plus tan inverse y is equal to tan inverse of x plus y by 1 minus xy. Now let us take tan inverse x is equal to some theta and tan inverse y is equal to some phi. Consider tan inverse x is equal to theta, tan inverse y is equal to phi. Now from this x is equal to tan theta and y is equal to tan phi. Now let us take tan of theta plus phi. You know it is tan a plus b form, compound angles. What is the formula of tan a plus b? Tan a plus tan b by 1 minus tan a tan b. Like that, tan of theta plus phi is equal to tan theta plus tan phi by 1 minus tan theta tan phi. Now this is tan theta is equal to x plus tan phi is y by 1 minus xy. So this part tan of theta plus phi is equals to x plus y by 1 minus xy. Tan of theta plus phi is equals to x plus y by 1 minus xy. From this, theta plus phi is equals to tan inverse of x plus y by 1 minus xy. But what is theta? Theta is tan inverse x. We have assumed tan inverse x is equal to theta. So replace theta by tan inverse x. Similarly, replace phi by tan inverse y. Therefore, tan inverse x plus tan inverse y is equal to tan inverse of x plus y by 1 minus xy. Hence, that is the tan inverse x plus tan inverse y is equal to tan inverse of x plus y by 1 minus xy is proved for xy less than 1. For second property, we can get the second property from the previous first one, replacing y by minus y in the above property. So what? Tan inverse x plus tan inverse of minus y is equal to tan inverse of x minus y by 1 minus x into minus y. You know this is tan inverse x. Tan inverse of minus y is equals to minus tan inverse y. It was already proved. Is equal to tan inverse of x minus y by 1 minus into minus plus xy. So therefore tan inverse x minus tan inverse y is equal to tan inverse of x minus y by 1 plus xy. Second property is also proved. We just replacing y by minus y in the first property. Next, third one. How do we get this third property? You see, tan inverse x plus tan inverse y is equal to tan inverse of x plus y by 1 minus xy. It was already proved. Na? So in this property, replace y by x. Replace y by x in the first property. Then what? It is tan inverse x plus tan inverse y is also equals to x is equal to tan inverse of x plus x by 1 minus x into x square. Therefore, tan inverse x plus tan inverse x is 2 tan inverse x is equal to tan inverse of 2x by 1 minus x square. Hence, the third property is also proved. Now, the next property, 2 tan inverse x is equal to sin inverse of 2x by 1 plus x square when mod x less than or equal to 1. 2 tan inverse x is equal to cos inverse 1 minus x square by 1 plus x square when x greater than or equal to 0. 2 tan inverse x is equal to tan inverse of 2x by 1 minus x square minus 1 less than x less than 1. Of course, so we have proved this one earlier. Now let us prove the first two. First one, 2 tan inverse x is equal to sin inverse of 2x by 1 plus x square. To prove that, let us take tan inverse x is equal to y, implies x is equal to tan y. Now consider sin inverse of 2x by 1 plus x square. Consider this function, sin inverse of 2x by 1 plus x square. Now this is sin inverse of 2 into, where x is what? Tan y by 1 plus tan square y. Now remember, 2 tan y by 1 plus tan square y, 2 tan theta by 1 plus tan square theta is sin 2 theta. So that 2 tan y by 1 plus tan square y is equals to sin 2y. Now this is equals to 2y. Therefore 2y is equal to sin inverse of 2x by 1 plus x square. This implies 2 into, but what is y? Y is equal to tan inverse x. 2 tan inverse x is equal to sin inverse of 2x by 1 plus x square for every mod x less than or equal to 1. For second statement, for this 2 tan inverse x is equal to cos inverse of 1 minus x square by 1 plus x square. Again consider tan inverse x is equal to y. Take tan inverse x is equal to y. This implies x is equal to tan y. Now consider cos inverse of 1 minus x square by 1 plus x square. Substitute x is equal to tan y. Then it is cos inverse of 1 minus tan square y by 1 plus tan square y. You know this cos 2y formula. 1 minus tan square theta by 1 plus tan square theta is equal to cos 2 theta. Similarly, 1 minus tan square y by 1 plus tan square y is cos 2y. Now cos inverse of cos 2y is equal to 2y. Therefore 2y is equal to cos inverse of 1 minus x square by 1 plus x square, implies, but 2 into, you know, y is equal to what? It is tan inverse x. 2 tan inverse x is equal to cos inverse of 1 minus x square by 1 plus x square for every x greater than or equal to 0. Now here is an example problem. Show that sin inverse 2x into root of 1 minus x square is 2 sin inverse x minus 1 by root 2 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 1 by root 2. Sin inverse 2x into root 1 minus x square is equal to 2 cos inverse x when 1 by root 2 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 1. Now the first one, sin inverse 2x into root of 1 minus x square is equal to 2 sin inverse x. To prove that, let us take x is equal to some sin theta. Consider x is equal to some sin theta. Then what? Now x is equal to sin theta means consider sin inverse of 2x into root of 1 minus x square is equals to sin inverse of 2 into, put x is equal to sin theta into, root of 1 minus sin square theta. Root of 1 minus sin square theta is equal to cos square theta. Root cos square theta is equal to cos theta under this domain. So that root of 1 minus cos square theta is equal to cos theta. Therefore, this is sin inverse of 2 sin theta cos theta is equal to sin 2 theta. Now, sin inverse of sin 2 theta is equal to 2 theta. That is 2 into, what is theta? Theta is equal to sin inverse x. Since x is equal to sin theta, from this theta is equal to sin inverse x. Therefore, theta is equal to sin inverse x. So, finally, sin inverse of 2x into root of 1 minus x square is equal to 2 sin inverse x for all x belongs minus 1 by root 2 to plus 1 by root 2. For second statement, consider x is equal to cos theta. Then theta is equal to cos inverse x. Now, here also we consider sin inverse of 2x into root 1 minus x square is equal to sin inverse of, put x is equal to cos theta here, 2 cos theta into root of 1 minus cos square theta, nothing but sin theta. 2 cos theta sin theta, nothing but 2 sin theta cos theta, which is equals to sin 2 theta. Now, sin inverse of sin 2 theta is equal to 2 theta, 2 into where theta is equal to cos inverse x. So, finally, sin inverse of 2x into root 1 minus x square is equal to 2 cos inverse x for x belongs minus 1 by root 2 to 1, and sin inverse of 2x into root 1 minus x square equals to 2 sin inverse x when x belongs minus 1 by root 2 to plus 1 by root 2. Now, let us start some problems on properties of inverse trigonometric functions. Here the first problem given that 3 sin inverse x is equal to sin inverse of 3x minus 4x cube for x belongs minus 1 by 2 to plus 1 by 2. 3 cos inverse x is equals to cos inverse of 4x cube minus 3x when x belongs 1 by 2 to 1. Now, first bit. Let sin inverse x is equal to some theta. This implies that x is equal to sin theta. Sin inverse x is equal to theta implies x is equal to sin theta. Now, consider sin inverse of 3x minus 4x cube, that is sin inverse of, substitute x is equal to sin theta, 3 sin theta minus 4 sin cube theta, that is sin inverse of 3 sin theta minus 4 sin cube theta. It is the formula of sin 3 theta. Therefore, sin inverse of sin 3 theta is equal to 3 theta, where theta is equal to what? Sin inverse x. Therefore, 3 sin inverse of 3x minus 4x cube is equals to 3 sin inverse x, or 3 sin inverse x is equals to sin inverse of 3x minus 4x cube for every x belongs minus 1 by 2 to plus 1 by 2. Now, for second bit. Consider cos inverse x is equal to theta. This implies x is equal to cos theta. Now, consider cos inverse of 4x cube minus 3x, that is equals to cos inverse of, substituting x is equal to cos theta here, then it changes to 4 cos cube theta minus 3 cos theta. It is cos inverse of You know, this is the formula of cos 3 theta. Cos inverse of cos 3 theta is equal to 3 theta. 3 into where theta is equal to cos inverse x. Therefore, 3 cos inverse x is equal to cos inverse of 4x cube minus 3x for x belongs 1 by 2 to 1. Take second problem. Prove that tan inverse x plus tan inverse 2x by 1 minus x square is equal to tan inverse of 3x minus x cube by 1 minus 3x square when mod x less than 1 by root 3. Now, in this problem, let us take tan inverse x is equal to theta, implies x is equal to tan theta. Now, consider tan inverse 3x minus x cube by 1 minus 3x square is equal to tan inverse of, put x is equal to tan theta here, 3 tan theta minus tan cube theta whole divided by 1 minus 3 tan square theta. Now, you know, 3 tan theta minus tan cube theta by 1 minus 3 tan square theta is the formula of tan 3 theta. Therefore, it is tan inverse of tan 3 theta. Tan inverse of tan 3 theta is equal to 3 theta. 3 theta can be taken as theta plus 2 theta, where theta is equal to tan inverse x plus 2 theta is equal to 2 tan inverse x. Now, of course, tan inverse x, okay, but 2 tan inverse x, it was already proved that 2 tan inverse x is equal to tan inverse of 2x by 1 minus x square. So, it is already proved. Okay. Therefore, tan inverse of 3x minus x cube by 1 minus 3x square is equals to tan inverse x plus tan inverse of 2x by 1 minus x square. That hence the problem. Now, let us take the third problem. Find the values of the following. First one, sin inverse of sin 2 pi by 3, tan inverse of tan 3 pi by 4, cos inverse of cos 7 pi by 6. We have sin inverse of sin theta is equal to theta when theta belongs closed interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Because when theta is in its principal domain, then only inverse exists. Then sin inverse of sin theta is equal to theta. And cos inverse of cos theta is equal to theta when theta belongs to the principal domain 0 to pi. And tan inverse of tan theta is equal to theta when theta belongs open bracket minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So, now we have these three properties. Using the properties, let us find the values of the given three. First one, sin inverse of sin 2 pi by 3. Here 2 pi by 3 is not in the interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, because 2 pi by 3 is 120 degrees, it is more than 90 degrees. Hence, it is not in that interval. Hence, we cannot write sin inverse of sin theta is equal to theta here. Now, we have to reduce this much angle into the interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. For that, sin inverse of sin, we can write 2 pi by 3 as pi minus pi by 3. We can write 2 pi by 3 as pi minus pi by 3. Now this is sin inverse of, sin pi minus theta, sin pi minus theta, second quadrant. Moreover, at pi, sin remains sin. So that sin pi minus theta is equal to sin theta. Therefore, it is sin pi by 3. Right now, sin inverse of sin pi by 3, where pi by 3 belongs to the interval minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. That's why it is directly equal to pi by 3. Next, second bit. Tan inverse of tan 3 pi by 4. See, 3 pi by 4 is also not in the principal domain minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. That is 3 pi by 4 is more than pi by 2. It is not in that interval. So here we try to reduce the angle 3 pi by 4 into the interval minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. For that, tan inverse of, again we can consider 3 pi by 4 as pi minus pi by 4. This is tan inverse of tan 180 minus, tan pi minus theta, or tan 180 degrees minus theta. In second quadrant, tan is negative, hence it is tan minus tan pi by 4. Tan of pi minus theta is equal to minus tan pi by 4. Look, it is in the property of tan inverse of minus x. Tan inverse of minus x is equal to minus tan inverse x. So that we can write it as minus tan inverse of tan pi by 4. Right now, tan inverse of tan theta is equal to theta. Since theta, that means pi by 4, is in the interval minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. So that it is minus pi by 4. Third bit. Cos inverse of cos 7 pi by 6. Is 7 pi by 6 belongs to the interval 0 to pi? No. It is more than to that interval, exceeding that interval, because 7 pi by 6 is pi plus pi by 6. 7 pi by 6 means it is pi plus pi by 6. It is exceeding this interval. Hence, we can write 7 pi by 6 as pi plus pi by 6. Now, this is cos inverse of cos pi plus theta. Cos pi plus theta, third quadrant, it is negative, minus cos pi by 6. Cos inverse of minus x property, it is in the form of cos inverse of minus x. Cos inverse of minus x is equal to pi minus cos inverse x. Pi minus cos inverse of cos pi by 6. Right now, it is pi minus cos inverse of cos pi by 6 is equals to pi by 6, since pi by 6 belongs to the interval 0 to pi. Therefore, finally it is pi minus pi by 6 is equal to 5 pi by 6. Hence, cos inverse of 7 pi by 6 value is 5 pi by 6. Tan inverse of 3 pi by 4 value is minus pi by 4. And sin inverse of sin 2 pi by 3 is equal to pi by 3. The next question is, prove that tan inverse 2 by 11 plus tan inverse 7 by 24 is equal to tan inverse 1 by 2. And there is second bit in the same question. Prove that 2 tan inverse 1 by 2 plus tan inverse 1 by 7 is equal to tan inverse 31 by 17. Now, let us prove the first one. Consider LHS tan inverse 2 by 11 plus tan inverse 7 by 24. It is in the property of tan inverse x plus tan inverse y is equal to tan inverse of x plus y by 1 minus xy. So, it was already proved. Here, this problem is in this property, tan inverse x plus tan inverse y form. Hence, we can write it as tan inverse of x plus y by 1 minus xy, where x is equal to 2 by 11 and y is 7 by 24 by 1 minus 2 by 11 into 7 by 24. Now this is tan inverse of, while taking LCM, it is 48 plus 77 by 11, 24s are 264 whole divided by, now this is 11 24s 264 minus 14 by 264. Right now this is tan inverse of, look, 264 gets cancelled. 48 plus 77 is equal to 125 by 264 minus 14 is equal to 250. Now 125 cancel in 250 two times. So finally this is tan inverse of 1 by 2. Hence LHS is equal to RHS. Now let us solve the second one. 2 tan inverse 1 by 2 plus tan inverse 1 by 7 is equal to tan inverse 31 by 17. Okay, now let us consider LHS here. You know, first it is in 2 tan inverse x form. 2 tan inverse x form. What is the formula of 2 tan inverse x? 2 tan inverse x is equal to tan inverse of 2x by 1 minus x square. 2 tan inverse x is tan inverse of 2x by 1 minus x square. Hence, let us simplify 2 tan inverse 1 by 2 first. That is tan inverse of 2 into, where x is equal to 1 by 2 by 1 minus 1 by 2 whole square, 1 by 4. Now this is tan inverse of, so 2 gets cancelled, 1 by 1 minus 1 by 4 is 3 by 4. 1 by 3 by 4, that is 4 by 3. Hence the simplification of 2 tan inverse 1 by 2 is equals to tan inverse of 4 by 3. Now let us take LHS. 2 tan inverse 1 by 2 plus tan inverse 1 by 7 is equal to, so we already proved that 2 tan inverse 1 by 2 is equal to tan inverse 4 by 3. Therefore, we can replace this quantity by tan inverse 4 by 3 plus tan inverse 1 by 7. Now again it comes into the property tan inverse x plus tan inverse y form. That is tan inverse of x plus y by 1 minus xy, where x is equal to 4 by 3, y is equal to 1 by 7. Now substitute in the formula 4 by 3 plus 1 by 7 by 1 minus 4 by 3 into 1 by 7. Now this is tan inverse of, while taking LCM, it is 28 plus 3, 31 by 21 whole divided by, now here it is 21 minus 4, 21 minus 4, 17 by 21. So clearly 21 gets cancelled and it is equals to tan inverse of 31 by 17. Now here the RHS is also tan inverse of 31 by 17. Now there is one more problem. Show that sin inverse 3 by 5 minus sin inverse 8 by 17 is equal to cos inverse 84 by 85. In the same way, prove that sin inverse 5 by 13 plus cos inverse 3 by 5 is equal to tan inverse 63 by 16. Now let us consider the first one. So to prove sin inverse 3 by 5 minus sin inverse 8 by 17 is equal to cos inverse 84 by 85, let us consider sin inverse 3 by 5 is equal to some theta. That implies sin theta is equal to 3 by 5. And Also take sin inverse 8 by 17 is equal to some another quantity phi. This implies sin phi is equal to 8 by 17. Now let us take cos of theta plus phi. Theta minus phi. Since it is theta, this is phi. Now if we consider cos of theta minus phi and it is proved that 84 by 85, then theta minus phi is equal to cos inverse of 84 by 85. Right now, cos of theta minus phi is equal to cos theta cos phi plus sin theta sin phi. Now here sin theta sin phi values of course known as 3 by 5 and 8 by 17. What about cos theta cos phi? So from this sin theta is equal to 3 by 5, cos theta is equal to 4 by 5. So while taking right angle triangle, so 3 is the opposite side, 5 is the hypotenuse, then 4 will be the adjacent. But the cos ratio is defined as adjacent by hypotenuse, that is 4 by 5. Now here also 8, 17, opposite side is 8 and hypotenuse 17, therefore adjacent side will be 15. Therefore from this cos phi is equal to 15 by 17. Now substitute all these values here. Cos theta is equal to 4 by 5, cos phi is equal to 15 by 17 and sin theta is equal to 3 by 5 and sin phi is equal to 8 by 17. This is 4, 15, 60 by 5, 17s, 85 plus 24 by 85. So 60 plus 24, 84 by 85. What about this? It is the value of cos theta minus phi. It leads that theta minus phi is equal to cos inverse 84 by 85. But what is theta? Theta is equal to sin inverse 3 by 5. So replace the theta by sin inverse 3 by 5 minus and phi is equal to sin inverse 8 by 17 is equals to cos inverse 84 by 85. So that is the first question. Now in the same way we can do the second question. Prove that sin inverse 5 by 13 plus cos inverse 3 by 5 is equal to tan inverse 63 by 16. Now let us take sin inverse 5 by 13 is equal to some theta. Therefore sin theta is equal to 5 by 13 and also consider cos inverse 3 by 5 is equal to some phi. Therefore it is cos phi is equal to 3 by 5. Now since the right side is in terms of tan, better consider tan of something, tan of theta plus phi. Consider tan of theta plus phi, tan of a plus b form. Tan a plus b is equal to tan a plus tan b by 1 minus tan a tan b. So by that formula we can write tan theta plus phi as tan theta plus tan phi whole divided by 1 minus tan theta tan phi. Tan theta is equal to, what is tan theta? It can be derived from sin theta. Since sin theta is equal to 5 by 13, that means in right angle triangle 5 is opposite side, 13 is hypotenuse. What is adjacent?